Hello there, this is DBT, and this is Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite, and today I will be spending some tokens in one car, I will be talking a little bit about what's going on in the Nintendo Switch version of the game, and I will be playing some multiplayer with a bunch of cars and talk about the World Series and the car selection and all of that stuff. But before I jump into it, you know what to do. If you like my content, please hit the like button, for it helps for these videos to be discovered, as well as subscribing to the channel because hey, why not? I post literally daily, so there's always something to watch over here. But alright, so the first thing that I want to look at is tokens on one car, and that is specifically on the Formula E Gen 2. Now, you know that this car has been made available a few times already, even in Asphalt 9, 2 events. This is the third and supposedly last event to get this car. Now, you should be able to almost unlock the car. If you don't have this car at all, you should be able to almost unlock it. You can get a total of, I believe, like 30 blueprints or so in this event, and the car needs 35 to unlock. Now, I already unlocked mine. In fact, my car is currently at 4 stars. If we go over here, you will see that my car is at 4 stars. I have 8 blueprints, and yes, I would like to take this car to the 5th star, and that is where I'm gonna be spending some tokens, because if I do manage to get this car to the 5th star, I will have pretty much all of the epics to straight up gold it, and I would like to gold this car because hey, it might be electric and I don't like electric very much, electric cars, but this thing looks super dope and it's a lot of fun to drive. So if we go to the shop, all the way down here in limited packs is where you're gonna find stuff that you can buy for tokens. Obviously there's packs for a bunch of things. Now, I do want to save tokens for anything that is Lambo related. That's how I've always done things. I save my tokens for Lambo related stuff, but there's a few cars here and there that do get me interested in getting. So these packs are gonna cost me 75 tokens one pack, or 750 tokens for a 10 pack. Now the 10 pack will always have a guaranteed, so long as it says over here, by the way, so long as it says that it has something guaranteed, well, then you know that you're gonna be getting this. So at the very least, on spending 750 tokens, I should get 3 blueprints. If I get lucky enough, I might get more than 3 blueprints. If I get really lucky, I might get one of these. But this is incredibly low chance to get. So the maximum amount of tokens that I'm willing to spend is going to be 3,000. So meaning 4 of these packs. So I'm gonna do it, and let's hope that I get some decent amount of blueprints over here. Please for ooh. So the fact that I already got this means that I'm gonna get another drop. This is one drop, and the very last one in the 10 pack is the guaranteed one. So at least this one is gonna have in total 2 drops, and that's pretty okay. Honestly, that's not too bad. Yeah, there it is, my guaranteed drop. So like this, I got 6 blueprints from that. Lovely stuff. I'm gonna buy another one. And by the way, this is why you want to save your tokens, guys. Not specifically for this car, but woohoo, let's go. Just in general, for anybody that doesn't know too much about this game, just save your tokens. Save your tokens until there's something worth spending. Never spend tokens in the Legend Store, because that is never worth it. Eventually in the Legend Store, there we go. Hey, it's not looking bad. What, 15 blueprints away from taking it to the last star. Now I would really need to get lucky over here and get like 3 drops or something like that, but hey, we'll see. Yeah, just save your tokens and use them in a car that you really want that is not going to be available in another way. All of the cars that you see in the Legend Store, over time you're going to be getting the blueprints anyway. Yeah, it will take a while, and maybe the only ones that are actually okay. In this one I only got 1 single drop. Oof, not good. Do I spend more than 3,000? I don't know. All the other cars that you see in the Legend Store, you're going to be able to get them over time. Just by playing. It's gonna take a while, but yeah, maybe the only cars that are worth, ooh, there we go. The only cars that are worth spending tokens on is something like the Chiron and the Genty, just because those cars are ridiculously difficult to get those blueprints for credits. But other than that, yeah, I think don't spend your tokens on anything that isn't special packs for special cars that are not usually found. So this puts me 6 blueprints away from maxing out the car. Now I'm in a little bit of a pickle, and I'm gonna have to think about this because, like I mentioned earlier, I already have over here almost all of the epics for the car to make it gold. I need 8 epics in total. That's what I need. But I can get that last epic in the last stage of the Formula E event. Over here, depending on your position, is what you can get. For example, if I get in the bottom 100%, meaning, you know, amongst the quote-unquote worst players, I can get 2 blueprints. Top 75%, I get 3 blueprints. In top 50%, I get 5 blueprints. But if I make it into top 30%, I get 1 epic. In top 10%, 2 epics, or top 1, straight up the first place of all players, I can get 3 epics. But all I need is 1 epic, and that would be enough to gold the car. Now, why do I say that I'm in a bit of a pickle? Because like I said over here, I can get 5 blueprints. So if I land over there in 50% and I get 5 blueprints, it's going to take me to 34. And I have some wildcards that I don't want to spend, by the way. Generally speaking, I don't want to spend these wildcards because these are valuable. These are rare. So if I get my 5 blueprints, I would get to 34. Then I just one single blueprint and I'll do it. And I'll take it to the 5th star. And I'll be able to almost gold it. I have all but 1 epic. Where if I currently want to spend a bit more tokens, I might need to spend another, what, maybe 1,500 tokens in order to take this card to the last star. So I don't know. I have to think about it. But you know what? I don't have a lot of time, do I? Yeah, I only have 4 days and 12 hours, but knowing myself, I'm gonna forget about this to do it. So what is it more valuable? Save my 1,500 tokens and eventually make sure that I land over here and take the card to the 5th star, or spend the 1,500 tokens, then get the blueprints that I need, and then guarantee to get the last epic. Well, I can get some additional return of tokens over here. You know what? It's not very often that you can gold a car. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the tokens, and if I get really lucky, so where is it? Time limited packs. If I get really lucky and I get 2 drops of the blueprints for this thing, that will be enough. I wouldn't even need to use wildcards or anything. So please give me 2 drops. Please give me 2 drops. Please, that's all I want. 2 drops. That's all I need. Be kind to me, game. Please. So that's 1, 2. Oh, we did it! We did it! You can see already. Fantastic. No, we've done it. We've done it. Oh, that's great. Actually, I even got more blueprints from this. This is going to be 9 blueprints in total that I got from this pack, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, these last 3 were not even needed. Okay, no, that's great. All right, 750 tokens. That's fantastic because now I can star up the car. I have it on the 5th star, and that allows me to participate in that last stage of the event and get to whatever percentage I can get some tokens back, and get the last epic that I need for the car. Oh, this is great. Should we do it? Should we do it? Let's do it. First, let me upgrade the car as much as I can. Now, I'm going to spend a bunch of my credits over here, but yeah, let's just basically put the car to pretty much the maximum where it's going to be. Yeah, I don't like spending a lot of credits all in one go, but hey, it's for the sake of this video. And well, like I said, I'm not a big fan of electric cars. However, this one being a motorsport electric car and it looks super dope and all of that, I'm willing to well, not only I'm willing, I already did spend a bunch of tokens. I spent what? 3,750 tokens, which doesn't make me really happy because I want to save my tokens for Lambo's related stuff. But oh well. Now, I can actually apply my epics. I think the 1 epic that I'm not going to apply right now. Oh, look at the ice acceleration. We're going to go from 86 to 8743. Damn, that's very, very high for a Class C. I'm going to apply this 2 epics in Nitro, and handling is the only one that I'm going to live without that 1 epic. How much did I just spend? Like 6 million? Jesus Christ. But that puts me in a... Wait. Oh, I forgot to apply this one. Okay, my bad. There we go. So basically all the stats are gold at the moment. Oh, and you can overclock this thing. Ooh, should I do it? No, I'm not gonna overclock. I don't think I need to overclock it in order to get to the 10% that I'm aiming for. I'm not gonna get top 1, obviously. I'm not that great a player. I'm not really good at player, but I think I may be able to land on 10% because not a lot of people are gonna have the car at 5 stars. And that should give me 2 epics. I only need 1, but I do want the extra tokens. Just so you know, a little bit of a return from the tokens I just spent. So let's do this. All right, so this is it. This is my first run. Let's hope that I do decent enough. So yeah, basically this puts my car pretty much at gold, and that is fine. Like I said, it's not very often in this game that you can gold cars. The Legend Store cars, you can gold them over time. It takes a very, very long time because the epics for them do show up in the store for the trade coins, the red tokens as people call them. So those you can gold, but in general, rare cars like this, you don't have too much of a chance. Oh god, that was bouncing. You don't have too much of a chance to gold them for relatively free. And by relatively free, I mean that I haven't spent money on, on this. just tokens, which obviously I've been saving for quite a while and whatnot. Some of these tokens I did get through being pay to win, but in general, I think you get the idea that you can do this just by virtue of saving tokens and whatnot. So yeah, overall, going for a gold Formula E Gen 2, so might as well. Whoa, didn't mean to do that, but actually that might help me. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I think this should probably, very likely is gonna put me, well, I don't know. In old Asphalt 9, this would have put me in 10%. I honestly have no idea where this is gonna put me this time. Let's discover. Position 901. Yeah, that's gotta be 10%. Come on. Yep, it is 10%. So with that, unless a lot of people, in the upcoming days play much better than me and whatnot, that should keep me in 10%. 2 epics, 100 tokens. The credits are not really that important. But with this, I'll be able to gold my Formula E Gen 2. Let's go! All right, so just needed to do that. I have been struggling with this thought because it's like, I do want this car and it would be cool to have it at gold. Well, now I have it. Let's jump into our next topic, which is the Nintendo Switch. Oh, the memories. You remember this layout? Yes, we still have it here on the Nintendo Switch. Why am I talking about the Nintendo Switch? Well, because there is some sort of news, but not too much news. The first thing is, when Asphalt Legends Unite on the Switch, still don't know. Still no estimated time, but I think it's kind of telling that they just made some changes, some small changes here and there, but that should tell us that we can't expect this to come up really soon. Why is that? Because the previous special events ended, but now they added, finally, the Ultima RS Special Hunt. At long last, for the first time on the Switch, we have the special hunt for the Ultima RS. So you guys, if you want to get this car, if you don't have it, again, for the Nintendo Switch players, yeah, you can do it over here. Of course, you're gonna need a ton of credits, like 42 million. If you don't have this car at all upgraded, you're gonna need 42 million. But this is pretty good to also farm credits, because in the last stage, the packs do end up giving you a bunch of credits. Like over here, you can see they can give you either 15,000 or 7,500. So this works to grind for some credits, but whatever. The point is that now we have this event. It's gonna last what, like 8 days or so, 9 days in total. And we also have the images load. Yes. Okay, sure. I know how that works. Now we also have the what's it called? Unleash for the GT by Citroen, in which you will be able to get some blueprints and whatnot. We also have the hunt for the Mazda Fury. Now, why am I mentioning all of this? Because here on the Switch, for the past several days, we had basically no events going. We only had the special events going, no car hunts, nothing special over here. We actually only had basically these 4 things going on here in this in the daily events. We didn't have any of this. So at least now we have something to do to get some credits, like I said, to get this thing, get some blueprints and whatnot. So we have something to do. But like I said, this is kind of telling that at the moment, the Nintendo Switch team, or rather, the team that is working in this whole thing, which apparently is the same team that is in Global, have realized that they're not going to be able to release this super soon. So at the very least, they're giving us something to do with the hunt, with the Unleash, with a regular hunt for the Mazda Fury, which is actually the same hunt that is happening in Global, so that's kind of neat. And we also were given another multiplayer season to play. The previous one just ended yesterday, so now we have again another classic one to do. So yes. Oh, but I imagine there's no changes here, right? Oh man. Anyway, yeah, it's just that I want to do my showroom for the what's it called? For the Renault RS01. So yeah, on the Switch, well, there's at long last, finally some new stuff to do, and by new I mean at least something to do that isn't just the regular events, but not a whole lot more than that. Again, there's no information yet, no estimated time of arrival, no ETA for when this is going to be updating. What I can tell you is that I did see one thing that made me upset. Motley confirmed that the refuel time of the cars in this game, in the Switch version, are going to be matched to the ones in Global. That is to say, we no longer will have cars that refuel quickly. Over here, in case you don't know, cars do refill much quicker than they do in the Global version. For example, cars of Class S, let's see, do I have one without fuel? No. Okay, you know what, let's do one race, hold on. Oh, here on the GT by Citroen trial. If we have a look, check this out. The car is going to refuel in 1 hour and 5 minutes. Well, normally in the Global version, this car would refuel in about 4 hours. So yeah, the refuel times here are much lower. For Class S cars, for example, cars that take 6 hours, over here would take 1 hour and 12 minutes. So the refuel times have been lower, and that is a fantastic thing here on the Switch, and that is going away. Yep, we're not gonna have that anymore. And in fact, some people were asking monthly, hey, are we still at least gonna have the offline version or the offline mode of this game? And he did not reply to that, so I'm sadly fearful that we're also going to be losing quick race and offline. So all of the things that made the Nintendo Switch version of the game my favorite version of the game are seemingly going away, and that is a very sad thing to see, because then this will no longer be my favorite version of the game. I will not have as much reason to play it. That's upsetting. But oh well, let's move on to another topic. And this last topic is going to be regarding the World League, because again, it's as controversial as it's been since the release of this whole thing, where people are having some mixed opinions on this. I personally have looked at this on a positive side, but I can see why people are bothered. So currently I am on Silver 2. And in Silver 2, I get for options to drive the Renault RS01, for which I am actually currently doing the showroom. Man, that's super grindy, but I really want this car because I really like it. But anyway, you can have this, you can use this car, which is, you know, not exactly common. You can get it, but it takes a lot in order to get it. You can use the Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR, which is not a common car. The Aston Martin DB12, not common. The Acura NSX GT3 Evo, not common. There's a hunt for this from time to time, but still. Also, there was a hunt for the McLaren, for the Mercedes. You can use the McLaren P1, which is a common car, Class A common car, and the Nissan R390 GT1, which is an uncommon car. In fact, right now, the Grand Prix for this car started. So just for the sake of starting a little bit with something, let's play a little bit with the McLaren P1 while we talk about this whole thing, because like I said, this is very controversial. And it just has to do, well, first, I think I've seen from people talking about this thing, I've seen a couple of camps of people complaining about it for different reasons. There are some people who are complaining because you can no longer use any of your cars at any point of the corresponding league. That's to say, if I'm in Silver League, I don't get to use my Gallardo. I want to use my Gallardo. No, you cannot use your Gallardo until later on. And I see what people are somewhat bothered by this, also because obviously there are some cars that are just not straight up not in the rotation for the particular season or series, but I can see why people are bothered about it, and I do understand it because it does make sense. If you are the type of person that, I don't know, let's say that you spent a bunch of money on your Gallardo, because that is just the example I just gave you, right? You spent a bunch of money on your Gallardo, you spent on it, you wanted to get it, you eventually got it, spending and whatnot, or even if it was just tokens, still tokens that you saved for a long time or you paid for, whatever. You spent your resources in-game or IRL resources, meaning money, in getting your car, and then you can no longer use it. I understand why people are upset about that. To that, I would say you can still use your car in the other multiplayer series, though, again, that is the not super competitive one, is the more chill one, though, oh, Jesus Christ. Honestly, it's one where I have found myself having a ton of fun, but still, at least you can use it over there, so it's not completely lost. And there will be another season in which you will be able to use your car. Not this one in particular. But I do see the bother about that. And at least when it comes to the... Oh, I cannot use... I don't know. Let's think of another card that can be used over here. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Let's get to the other screen. Ha! I've been demoted! Okay, neat. That actually allows me to actually show you some of the cards. But yeah. Just the whole idea of some cars not being able to use, because over here I'm in silver, right? So again, you would expect to use Class C cars, but I don't get to use my, what's a good C-Class car? The Bugatti EV110 is like, oh, I have it, but I cannot use it, and I can see why people are bothered. But like I said, I personally am having fun over here on trying different cars. Here in Silver 2, for example, we have again a not common, this one is common, common, uncommon, uncommon, and uncommon. Either some of these have been hunts and whatnot. The only two common cars are the Viper and the Ferrari 488 GTV. So let's use the Viper a little bit for the sake of, you know, playing a bit more. Again, this is a common Class A car that you would never use otherwise. I am finding fun precisely in using these cars that you would never use before in the regular multiplayer. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, I really wish the other multiplayer would come back and all of that. And again, I can understand people being frustrated by it. But I think people need to, you know, give this a chance. I understand that it's like a bucket of cold water. I went on the wrong route, damn it. It's like a bucket of cold water, or when you jump into a pool and you're just not used to it, and it feels different, and you're like, oh god, it takes a little bit to adapt, to get used to it. And of course, this is a completely new pool or bucket of water, because we have never played in this way. So it is different, it takes a bit to adapt, but I do believe that people should give definitely a try, give it a shot. Yeah, it takes longer to rank up, but I don't know. Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Well, he's called Griever, so. Oh, Griever, not Griefer. Ah, okay, I don't know. So it does take a while to rank up, but honestly, I think that is a good thing, because, oh god, oh no. Damn it. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. It does take a while to rank up, but I like it because that allows you to use some cars like, oh, I knocked him down, but that was not a purposeful knockdown, all right? That was at the end. That was the celebratory 360 at the end, so sorry about that still. Okay, so what did I get defeated by? Pinning for arenas and the GTR Nismo, all right. It was because of the ring out. Otherwise, I would have gotten a better result. One thing that I did not like about the old multiplayer in Asphalt 9 is how quickly you ranked up. Which is again why a lot of people don't like this, because over here you rank up much slower. But I didn't like how, and I think I mentioned this in another video, but getting out of the beginner league, what was it? One race. So literally when the season started, you did one race and you would pretty much instantly be sent to the Silver League. And then what do you do in the Silver League? Well, a few races and you're out of the Silver League. Then in the Gold League, it takes a little bit longer, but not as long. So it's really easy to rank up. And yeah, I do see why people would want to, as quickly as possible, get to the Class A or Class S cars. But that is what I'm saying, that I love the variety that this is allowing. In driving with a bunch of other cars, yeah, sure, this is a Class A car, but it's a bad Class A car that you would have, oh god, that you would have never used anyway. So, I don't know, I do like this. I do like this because it allows me to stay in a lower league for longer, grind it a little bit longer, play it more, get used to the cars, learn the cars and whatnot. To me, this is a lot of fun because for the people that have a massive garage, that have, you know, the best cars in the game, sure, it's gonna be frustrating to not be able to right away pull your Jag XJR or XJ9 or whatever that thing is called, right? Or the Kunta Shopia, whatever it is that you have amazing cars. Yeah, it must be frustrating for that. But for the newer players, and by newer I don't mean the straight up newest, because obviously the ones that just started playing, oh god damn it! For the newest players, yeah, they have no car, so they cannot play. But that's always been the case in multiplayer for a new player, that makes sense. But I'm saying for the players that have been playing for 6 months or something like that, that they don't have the best cars, they probably already have this car, and they can play with it. They have other cars as well, the common, easy cars to get, those they do have. And because of that, they just get to have some fun with them. I got a couple of packs for Silver League somehow, and nothing useful because again, I have all of those cars already. Now, the part that I do want to criticize about this whole thing is that from the way that I see it, what Game Love should do is ensure that there is more options of the common cars. It seems that in each one of these leagues or sub-tiers or whatever, there's a common car. We did this last time. Uncommon, we're just gonna say no and yes. No being uncommon, yes being common. So no, 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 sort of, but no. Yes, this is common. No, yes, no, no. Over here in Silver 3, no, yes, yes, no, no, no. We already looked at this. No, 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 yes, no. Let's look at Silver 1. No, yes, yes, no, no, and no. Gold 4. No, no, definitely not. This is a very rare car because of how difficult it was to get through multiplayer. So no, no, yes, no, yes, no-ish, because this takes a while to unlock. No, and no. So the only common cars over here were these two. Let's look at Gold 3. No, 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 no. No, yes. This is the only common car over here. Gold 2. No, no, no. Yes. No, yes. Okay, 2 commons over here. Gold 1. No, yes, no. Well, I said no, but this one has a star way, but still, it takes a while to get. But anyway, so we said no, yes, no, yes, no, no. So the only yeses were these two, right? The only common ones. Let's look at Platinum 4. No, 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 no. Though I would love. Oh wait, no, I do have this car. I thought of this was the Porsche. Never mind. Anyway, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, so this one straight up has no common cars at all. Platinum 4 has no common cars. Platinum 3, no, 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 yes, but extremely difficult to get. Well, it takes an extremely long amount of time to get. I would say no. Again, you can get it, guaranteed, but it takes an extremely long amount of time to get. Much longer even than this, I would say. Well, it depends. And no. Now, granted, this is a showroom car, but again, that thing is so grindy to get that you're gonna have a hard time. Then let's go Platinum 2. No, no, no. I mean, yeah, it's sort of common because you can get it in the Legend Store, but it's for trade tokens, so it takes forever to get. So no, no, no. So basically no common cars over here either. Platinum 1. No, 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 no. No, no. None of these cars are common. And this is precisely where things are. This is the area where the players that have been playing for a long time and have been spending money or saving tokens very, very smartly and, you know, taking advantage of every opportunity that they have, only they will be able to get here. And finally, we'll talk about Legend in a second. But all the way up to here, you can see that, yeah, this latest stages in Platinum is where people are going to have really hard time. People that have not gotten uncommon cars are going to have a hard time doing anything. Now, granted, like I said, you can always bring, let's say you're in Platinum 3, you can still bring your, well, still no common cars over here, huh? You can still bring your, what's a common car? Your Veneno or your Aventador J, you can bring those. But yeah, overall the balance is going to be a little bit more skewed towards, because again, over here we're talking about considerably faster cars, better cars in general, Utopia, F1 LM. And I can see why, for example, someone that has an F1 LM, it's upset that they can use this car since they're in gold. That's what I was talking about earlier. But like I said, there's parts where this is good, there's parts where this is bad. Specifically, even more so when we look at Legend, because Legend League is only Legend. There's no Legend 1, Legend 2, no. Legend is Legend, it's the only one. And the cars that you can get here, that you can use here, first of all, none of them are common, because over here you require strong cars. But, for example, you have the Cyan, the Lycan, the Asphalt Owl, the Nevera. Actually, the Cyan is a free try, so at least you can play. But a free try of a car that is not very upgraded, because I do believe that this free tries. Do I have a free try of a car that I don't own? Let me see. Hold on. Looking for a free try of a car that I don't own, but I don't think there is one. Okay, well, this is kind of like the other one. Yeah, so it's a free try of a car, but it's not a free try at full stars or anything. It's a free try at 1 star, and you probably still need to spend some credits in order to upgrade it. So it's gonna be the same thing here. A 1 star Cyan is not gonna be able to do anything. In fact, a 6 star Cyan is gonna have a hard time performing over here against an Aspark Owl versus Koenigsegg versus Tuatara versus La Voiture Noirs, Vaillant, Aurora, Gemera, Venom, Bolide, the Vel 16. So over here in Legend is where you're really gonna have a really bad time if you don't have some of those really strong cars. So that is definitely more for the pay-to-win players, or again for the people who have just been saving tokens in a really dedicated manner for a long time. So overall, it is a bit of a mixed bag. On the earlier stages, yeah, you can get some, or you can use some of the more common cars, but in general, the more you advance, you're really gonna get into a place where you're very likely not gonna have the correct cars, and there's free tries for cars at 1 star that are gonna be completely useless. So that's why I said that on the lower side, I don't mind staying on the lower side. I'm in no rush to get to Legend, because once I get to Legend, I won't be able to do anything. So at that point, I will probably just purposely rank down and continue playing in another league where I do have cars, and I'm gonna have a better time. So this is why I said that I like, to a certain extent, to a big extent, how this is working with the new multiplayer, but there's things definitely still, I would say, need some more adjustments with the, oh god, damn it, with the rarity of cars. Oh Jesus Christ. Alright, so is that one of those death traps that if you're playing in Touch Trap, you're just gonna get in a perpetual loop of crashing over there? Seems like that to me. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have mixed feelings with this whole thing. I am here in a positive, trying to look at the positives, and I do see some positives, but the negatives are also over there. And well, we'll see how it works. Last time that GameLoft did try some special multiplayer in Asphalt 9, the community feedback was insane. Rather the what you call it, Kickback? No, that's not the word. Oh, that the community were super upset about the changes and whatnot, and Gameloft ended up reverting it. I hope that people are a bit more willing to continue giving this a try, but still providing good feedback as to how some of these car selections are very difficult for the vast majority of players. I mean, they already addressed this in the very first day or second day or something, but we need to continue providing them with feedback as to what would make this better, instead of just being like, I want the old multiplayer back. Because I've seen that said so many times, and without any feedback to the team other than that, I don't think they're going to be willing to hear or listen. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.